All right, let's get right to this. Lots of you said I needed to check out the song Poison from Hazbin Hotel. I have to admit, though, I clicked on a video that had a little bit of dialogue before it, which we're going to watch now. It's really raunchy. Like, it's super intense. So if you have little kiddos around, you might want to be careful how in earshot they are of this, because it was pretty graphic. My name's Tim. I've been a vocal coach for the last 25 years. This is my website. I like to show off my teachers that I get to work with here because they're so awesome. We have an amazing team of teachers here that teach with me in the Manhattan, Tri-State, Philadelphia area. We do in-person lessons here. We have online students all over the world. Link is down in the description if you need a vocal coach. Other thing to tell you about, if this does make it on YouTube, I don't know, these have been blocked, a couple of them, when I've tried to upload them. But if you aren't a part of my Patreon, here's some of my content I put up on Patreon. I have a couple other Hazbin Hotel songs up there. Like Stayed Gone was blocked when I tried to upload it, so I'm not sure if this one's going to go. I also react to some other musical theater. I've almost done with Epic the Musical. Oh my God, you have to check out that musical. It's fascinating, great community. Really, really cool. So I've got lots of stuff up over there for that musical. Okay, here we go. We're going to start off first with the version from the show, and then we're going to watch the performance of it with Blake. What's his name? Blake Roman, who is the actor who sang this officially. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's check it out. And like I said, look, this is a little raunchy. If you have young humans around, just be mindful of that. Okay. All right, here we go.
Or have you forgotten that?
No.
When I say come, you say...
Yes, Valentino.
When I say you are fucking 20 guys before lunch, you say...
Yes, Valentino.
When I say you better get that fucking cunt out of my studio, you say... You say...
Look, Val, she just gets involved in everything. I'll tell her to leave. Just don't hurt her.
I have killed bitches for less than this attitude you're giving me. You're lucky you make me money. Now, you're gonna go get rid of her, and then you're filming all night. Get me?
Yes, Val.
Good. All right, get your asses back on set, and we are taking this from the top.
What makes you think you can treat him like that?
Charlie, just stop.
Angel, what are you talking
Like
about?
really abusive, like...
But
I didn't want you to come here. I already asked you to leave, and you didn't listen. You made things worse.
I just wanted to help you.
Well, you ain't. You actually want to help me? Get the fuck out of here. Right now. And let me finish my work.
I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry.
Good boy. And action.
I'm not a bubble up to cash in. Another lover underneath those flashing lights. Another one of those ruthless nights. Yeah.
Whoa.
I should have guessed that this would happen. I should have known it when I looked in your red hot eyes, spewing all your red hot lies.
Like an 80s.
What's the worst part of this hell? I can only blame myself. Cause I know you're poison, you're feeding me poison. Addicted to this feeling, I can't help but swallow.
Good catchy song.
Poison, I made my choices. Every night I'm living like there's no tomorrow.
Whoa.
Any way you want me, baby, that's the way you got me. I'll be yours.
What?
My story's gonna end with me dead from your poison. I got so good at being untrue. I got so good at telling you what you wanna hear.
Wow.
Disassociate, disappear. Yeah. So far beyond difficult to resist another gulp. Yeah, I know it's poison. You're feeding me poison. I'm choking from the taste and I can't help but swallow up your poison. I made my choices.
Wow.
I'm sick of the poison. Wish I had something to live for tomorrow.
Or have you?
Wow. I feel, honestly, I just feel weird right now, to tell you the truth. Like, it's like I'm having some emotional confusion here. Because the song is very catchy. It's got this, like, throwback. It's interesting. I just reacted to Dangerous from Epic the Musical. I did a deep dive over here on Patreon. And because I loved that song when I reacted to it. And it's got a lot of, like, a weekend throwback 80s type of a vibe, which this song also has that feel to it, like this. Like right there, hear that music? Like that again sounds like something off of, from the 80s or, like new 80s nowadays that is going to go on the Stranger Things soundtrack or something. Like it's got that vibe to it for sure. But I really like the rhythm of the like the rhythm of the melody and the hook is really catchy. The syncopation in it is very interesting. But what's hard about it is that like this is really about like adult worker abusing people in, like sex workers and adult entertainment industry. And this is it's a heavy song. It's like a heavy moment in the cartoon. It's straight up abusive, like really abusive. So I'm having a hard time. Like I'm in like a weird place of reacting to it, to be honest. Like, yeah, so I'll break down a little bit more, and then I'm excited to hear Blake sing this live because I want to get a sense of his live vocals, like him singing it live. But let's just break this down a little bit more here.
And action.
I'm not a bubble up to cash in.
So we got this kind of reverb on the vocal there a little bit. The vocals are really set back in the mix.
Another lover underneath those flashing lights.
There's his voice is kind of fronted and a little brassy here in the beginning. It's got kind of a pointiness to his tone a little bit. Really good diction, which is more like theater diction as opposed to like pop. A lot of times in pop singing, the diction and sort of pronunciation is a little obscured. But in musical theater singing, it's much more fronted, the crispness of the pronunciation.
Another one of those ruthless nights. Yeah. I should have guessed that this would happen.
I should have guessed. Hear that bright brassiness in his tone there?
I should have known it when I looked in your red hot eyes, spewing all your red hot lies.
There's some harmonies there, but they're very subtle and they're very back in the mix.
Red hot eyes, spewing all your red hot lies.
It's kind of like almost like a vocoder or like a little electronic type of sound.
Yeah.
Then there's some doublings that came in there on the yeah-yeahs.
Spewing all your red hot lies. What's the
Interesting.
worst part of this hell? I can only blame myself. 'Cause I know you're poison.
That hook is really good. The poison. It's very catchy.
Blame myself. 'Cause I know you're poison. You're feeding me poison. Addicted to this feeling I can't help but swallow up your poison.
Great songwriting.
My choices. Every night I'm living like there's no tomorrow.
Heavy stuff. I don't know. I felt uncomfortable. Listen, I've watched all sorts of things from, shows like that are, I watch a wide spectrum of shows and I'm okay with them, on the channel, I'm a little mindful of what I put up. And this, I have to say, this is really like, I don't know, this is really heavy. I mean, this is like exposing something kind of, it's really, I'm still processing it a little bit, honestly. Anyway, we'll go over to Blake. Let's check out Blake singing this live. I want to hear this performer, Blake Roman. Very cool. All right, well, let's check out Blake and see how he sings this live. It looks like there were lots of 4.6 million views from a year ago. Interesting. I'm assuming they're working on a second season of this, I would imagine, right? Because I think it's been out for now a year. I would imagine that they would, with how popular it was. Let me know if you know anything about that. All right, here we go.
Okay, I'm gonna do Angel Dust song in episode 4 called Poison.
So what was, this is at Don't Tell Mamas, which is a big cabaret place, it looks like, in the city. You can see the sign there. What was this, like a presentation of the songs from the show in a live context? If so, that might be something fun for us to check out. I would love to hear more of the actors that were behind it singing live. I think that could be really fun. If that is the case, let me know, please, down in the comments if you know.
If you know the words, sing along as well. I'm not above a love to cash in. Another lover underneath those flashing lights.
He has a high voice.
Another one of those ruthless nights.
So he's a little huskier here and a little more off his voice. In the other one, I felt like he was a little brassier at this first part here. Let me see if I can find that spot.
I work.
I'm not above a love to cash in.
He's a little more fronted and pointy with his tone here in the start than he was in the live one.
Another lover underneath those flashing lights. Another one of those ruthless nights. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so he's singing a little different in this piano version. He's a little more introspective, it sounds like.
To cash in. Another lover underneath those flashing lights. Another one of those ruthless
Definitely
nights.
the same voice, though, for sure.
I should have known that this would happen.
Did you hear that little grit, that little false chord grit? False chord grit is the one that you feel up in the back of your throat. I should've. But the vocal fry one, I should've. This one sounds like false chord grit to me.
Those flashing lights, another one of those ruthless nights. I should have known that this would happen. I should have guessed it when I looked in your red hot eyes, spewing all your red hot lies.
So this is a live vocal, and I love that. Little note stuff here and there, little slight imperfections in pitch. This is normal for human beings who are singing. And I just want to point that out because we're moving into a time in our culture where people are thinking that a pitch-corrected vocal is the norm, and that's how you sound without pitch correction. And I just want to point out that that's, you know, this norm of auto-tuning and pitch correction is not the norm. This is the norm. This is a great singer, and we have little things here and there when we sing live. That's normal. He still sounds great here. It's not a knock on his ability at all.
What's the worst part of this hell? I can only blame myself. 'Cause I know you're poison, you're feeling poison. Addicted to this feeling, I can't help but swallow up your poison. I made my choice, and every night I'm living like there's no tomorrow. Oh,
Yeah!
Anywhere you want me, baby, that's the way you got me. I'll be yours. My story's gonna end with me dead from your poison.
Yes, that was great. So notice, like, this is really a case study in tone quality diversity in singing. And the way that I like to break it down in as simple of a way as possible is when we're talking about someone's tone quality, which is the sound of their voice that's different from the pitch, it's the overall sound that they're making. And we're trying to analyze that. We can look at it in this way: grit, metal, wind. Think about it, your voice as having elements to it. It's got a metal element, it has a wind element, and it has a grit element to it. And each of these can be adjusted depending on what you're trying to do. In the beginning,
I should have known that this would happen.
he's more in his grit and wind element. There's a little brassiness here, but he's in his whiskey, like or wispy, husky tone with and then he's got that false chord grit, which is really a cinching of the throat in a sound. He's not super brassy yet. He's not trumpety yet. He gets into that sound later.
I should have guessed it when I looked in your red.
Hear that? He's kind of introspective. He's pulling us in with that husky air. And then when he gets over to the chorus, now we're all brass. We're all metal. Bop, bop, bop. We're in that cutting sound.
Choices. Every night I'm living like there's no tomorrow. Oh, way
great.
you want me, baby, that's the way you got me. I'll be yours. My story's gonna end with me dead from your poison.
He's so expressive. What a great singer. Sounds good, Blake. Keep it up. Let's keep going.
I got so good at being untrue. I got so good at telling you what you wanna hear. I disassociate, disappear. What's the worst part of this hell? I can only blame myself. 'Cause I know it's poison, you're feeding me poison. I'm choking from the taste and I can't help but swallow up your poison. I made my choice and every night I'm wasted like there's no tomorrow.
Wow.
Anyway, you want
The
me,
power.
baby, that's the way you got me, I'll be yours. My story's gonna end with me dead from your poison. Poison, I'm drowning in poison.
Hear the tone change?
I'm filling up my glass, but it's always hollow, full of poison. I'm sick of the poison. Wish I had something to live for tomorrow.
Beautiful, dude. Yeah. That was really good. So now notice, like, you have to be careful when you get really big and brassy and punchy and belty on your voice, especially in a live context. It's easy to go sharp a little bit. Like, sharp is above the note, flat's below the note, and you can kind of ride above the note you're intending to go for if you're not careful. And he was just getting a sliver sharp here in his belting, not enough to where it's like, oh, but like you know, just a little above the pitch here, and that's because he's driving so much into the tone. But he's doing some really cool vocal things that I want to point out for you as well here. Listen.
My choice and every night I'm wasted like there's no tomorrow.
Wow.
Anyway, you want me, baby, that's the way you got me, I'll be yours.
All on one breath. Did you hear that? That was really good.
Tomorrow.
Listen. Oh, he took a breath there.
Anyway, you want me, baby, that's the way you got me, I'll be yours.
All the way through.
My story's
That's a long breath line.
gonna end with me dead from your poison.
Now, I think he has a tone quality change right here. Listen. Listen.
My story's gonna end
Brassy.
with me dead from your poison. Poison, I'm drowning
Yeah.
in poison.
Did you hear he pulled all the brass out of his voice? He turned up the compression, which is the squeezy. Oh, boy, he got squeezy and husky. He went from brassy, windy, not as much compression, to windy with more compression. Compression is how you make grit on your voice, by cinching.
With me dead from your poison. Poison, I'm drowning in poison.
See, that's squeezy.
I'm filling up my glass, but it's
Feeling on my glass, but I've got compression and husky. I'm gritty and windy a little more, right?
always hollow,
A little still brass in there.
full of poison. I'm sick of the poison. Wish I had something to live for tomorrow.
But that little squeeziness that he put on his voice, live for tomorrow, that little squeezy put, it adds angst. It adds, angst is the word. I mean, which can be applied in a million different directions, but that's what it adds. It adds this, like, you know, I need something different, you know, that type of a feeling. Wow. Interesting. Very interesting. I feel a little, honestly, just a little unsettled after having listened to that, to tell you the truth. That's a heavy song. Like, they're pointing out that song feels like it has a little, you know, let's point out something in culture with it, right? Like, let's be a little uncomfortable thinking about something that's happening in our culture, type of a thing, but in a somewhat tongue-in-cheek way. Like, it's weird. It's weird. I've got to get your thoughts on it. What did you all think of that? Like, what do you think of the heaviness of that and the darkness of it? It's dark. Like, it's a dark part. I didn't feel like laughing along to the raunchiness in that one. I felt kind of like I was protecting myself or something. It was a little wild. But very well done. And that's the thing, is when things are really like that, but very well done, it makes you think even more. Okay. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on this one, so please let me know down in the comments. Hopefully it gets up on YouTube. We'll see. Don't know. All right. I'll see you in my next one. Cheers.